Hey! So I'm back in with Alyssa.
Hello!
And since she has been a makeup artist, we thought it's gonna be fun to let Alyssa do my makeup since I haven't worn makeup for like 3 years. And when I did, it wasn't really professional. It was just a foundation and mascara. But we thought we're gonna make a little like American makeover on me. So do my face and then my hair.
And her
like,
hair that she just got cut, so it was super cute with a little bit of wave in it.
So hopefully it's gonna be fun. And yeah, I think it's fun because I think Europeans and Americans do the makeup a little differently.
Completely different.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
just a little.
It's gonna be fun to see how I look in American makeup.
So we picked 4 pictures for her to choose from. We're gonna show them on the screen. And Ingrid picked which one?
Can we do like a subtle?
No, you gotta commit.
I want a subtle wing.
She hasn't made up her mind yet. Which one do you want? I think you'll like that one because it's the most neutral.
Hard decisions. But I think we decided on the like champagne color, subtle, but not really subtle because it's gonna be glitter.
Okay, in makeup terms, it will be very subtle. It's a daytime look and it's just super glowy, so it'll be really pretty on her. It's very natural.
Is it still
It's
American?
not going to be dramatic. Yes, it's still, I mean, American. I guess in the technique that I'll be doing, yeah.
Okay. We have to do another like really extreme makeup look another time then.
Yeah.
We just have to warm
ease
up.
her into it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's get started. So after we wash your face and do your skincare, I do moisturizer before I do anything else with my makeup. So I have a Lancome SPF 15. That's not the best. I try to do 30 or more moisturizer. So you can totally use your fingers. I'm just, you know, trying to be professional.
I don't ever use SPF.
Ever?
Ingrid! I'm like failing
the most important thing.
like failing on the first step.
So next I'm using primer, and I'm just going to use the same brush. This primer is from Dior and it also has an SPF 20. So layering SPFs doesn't really do anything because once you put it on, that's your base, I guess. It's not like if you do every product with SPF, it's going to be stronger. It's going to be the same.
Okay.
I did a 15 and then a 20, so now it's, you know, 35. No, it doesn't work like that. Talk to me.
Yeah, because I wanted to just like talk about like how we met, because I think it's kind of funny since so I was an au pair, as I've been talking about like a lot on this channel, I feel like. But I was an au pair here in Rome for 10 months, and you were an au pair as well during the same time. Not 10 months, but I don't know how many months.
I was only here for 3 months that time.
3 months.
Yeah, I'm an American, so I can't stay legally without a visa. I'm only allowed to stay for 3 months, so that's what I did.
So it was before Christmas, right? It was like in like the fall.
Yeah, I came like November.
Yeah.
Or October, November, December.
Yeah. So we had the kids at the same school, and I remember the day. I guess I'd seen you once before when I talked, like before I talked to you. So I saw her like at the school one day, and then the next day when I saw her, I was sitting on the bench by the school waiting to pick up my kids, and she walked up and sat down on the same bench, and when she was talking on the phone, like in American, so I was like,
American?
Yeah, in English. Yeah, so I was like, okay, she's definitely not Italian, so she could be an au pair. And when she was done talking over the phone, I was like, excuse me, are you an au pair too? Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but
something like that,
yeah. And you said like, yeah. And then we started to talk about, you know, being au pairs. But the thing was, it was 2 other girls who was au pairs at the same time.
That's right.
And at the same place as we was. So Alyssa and I didn't really talk that much because I am very like shy and big. Like, of course we were 4 girls, so it wasn't a big group, but
we all didn't know each other.
Yeah, and I mean I tend to be quite shy and don't talk. And I guess Alyssa was the same. So I feel like we weren't really talking to each other.
I was at a weird place in my life, so I just kept to myself. I was a loner.
Yeah. But yeah, so we didn't really know each other, even though like we met up every single day to pick up our kids from school. We talked about, you know, the weather and the life of being an au pair, but we didn't really know each other, you know, on a deeper level. And then I think we just went out for pizza twice, and one of the times was just like to say goodbye. That's the only times we hung out.
Yeah.
So when we were like friends on Instagram, and then just, I guess I saw your pictures and, you know, saw what you were doing, and I thought you were really cool, but I was like afraid now to reach out, I guess.
Go like this. Yeah, so do you remember you're like copying the faces of me. Do you remember when we started like really talking?
Yeah.
It was this summer.
Yeah. So I came home from London, from being an au pair in London, and you posted on your story on Instagram what, like, I can't remember exactly what you said. It was something being like in relationships, and people thought, like, said that you had like a bitch face, and I can't remember exactly. Do you remember what you have written in that post?
Yeah. So I was 1 second. I was going to church and like trying to find a home church. I was new in this town in Oregon, and I'm a Christian. I go to church, and I was trying to find another home church, and I was just so tired of how difficult it was to find a place where I belong. And I found that like every church I was going to was trying to like put me in a category, like put me in a box to define me, and that was really frustrating to me because, like, yes, I'm single, but I'm not like looking to date anybody, so I don't want to go to the singles group because everyone goes there to like get married, and then like I'm a young working professional, but I'm not married. Like the groups that churches have for people are just so like based on your status, and I really hate that because I don't really fit in a normal box. Like I'm older, I'm single, I work, I don't have a baby, so like the churches couldn't figure me out, and I was just having a really hard time fitting in anywhere and making friends. And so I posted about that, just like how society can't define me, and like I don't know, how people try to figure me out but they can't, and it's just frustrating. Something along those lines. That was a really long explanation.
Yeah, but I just felt like, I mean, when I read that, I felt like I could, what do you say?
Relate?
Yeah, relate to it. And so I just reached out and, you know, wrote to you like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something, and like, oh, you're beautiful, you don't have a bitch face, and you know, like, I'm single too, and I can relate, and yeah. And then we just started to talk, like, about more, I guess, like, deep things, and not just like, oh, how are you, how's the weather? Yeah, and then just like talking and actually get to know each other compared to when we actually were like in the same
City,
place,
yeah.
You know, at the same time.
Yeah. And I learned things about Ingrid that I never knew. We honestly never talked when we were both au pairs. Like, we both thought the same thing about each other, like, she doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because, like, I never think that about anybody. I don't know. That was very strange.
Yeah, we just thought that it was like, she thought I was hanging out lots with the other two girls. And I thought that she was hanging out with those girls, and I felt alone, and she felt alone. So it was like, we had the same experience, but like, we thought very differently of each other, you know, from reality, I guess. But yeah, that's how you shouldn't really, you don't know people, even though like...
Well, also, like, one of the girls was 18, so I kind of thought everyone was 18, and I was 25 at the time, so I was like, we were kind of at different stages in life. Like, I'm not really wanting to go out and party. I felt very old compared to everyone. So I thought she was like that too, like partying and stuff.
No,
and
I never party.
So, yeah. And I mean, if you're 25 and you party, that's cool, good for you, but I wasn't into that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was going through some heavy stuff at the time too, so I just kept to myself more.
Yeah, but at that time, since we didn't really hang out that much, you would never think that we would actually go to Rome, meet up here, and stay here for like 5 weeks, and then you come with me to Sweden, and like all these things.
Well, and like we have so much in common, and like usually when you live with people, you have some fights and stuff, but we've been living together and like no problem. Easy hanging out with you.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Don't look. Don't look.
Sorry.
Look toward me. Look up. I already know that Ingrid's not gonna like this, so.
Are you gonna like it?
I mean, yeah, I like all the work that I do. But you're just not used to seeing yourself with makeup, so.
Yeah.
I already know. I already know what you're gonna say.
Close. Who knows? Maybe I will love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start wearing this makeup every single day.
I really doubt that.
So like when you were like a makeup artist, when people like came in to do the makeup, was it most like young girls who was going to prom, or like people having different like parties or weddings, or what kind of makeup did you do the most?
So I did a lot of event makeup for young girls that were going to like homecoming or prom, school dances and stuff. But I was also like a sales rep for the brand Dermalogica, so I learned a lot about skincare, and I would help customers as they come in find the right skincare products for themselves. And then so in the process of that, I would have women of all ages asking me questions, and then, you know, conversation would lead to another thing like, okay, great, now that I have the right cleanser, can you help me find the right foundation? So it would kind of be like that. Yeah, so I had like all ages. The town that I lived in, look down, was not very like diverse racially or ethnically. Like, it was mainly white women. And it really bothered me because the shades of foundation that we had in the store was not diverse. Like, if any darker skinned woman were to come in, she wouldn't be able to find anything. And that really bothered me because, like, as the store's makeup artist, if a client came in that had that skin shade or and we didn't have anything for them, it made me look really awful. And I just felt so bad for them because we weren't able to serve their needs. And so of course they would leave feeling rejected, unsatisfied obviously, or like left out. And I just think that's so not fair to not carry a shade that, you know, a person is.
Yeah. But also, like, how do you find your perfect shade? Because I remember I had trouble when I was wearing makeup.
For foundation?
Yeah.
Good question. So a lot of people, when they go shopping for foundation, look up, they will put it on their hand right here or on their wrist to match the shade. That's actually the worst spot you can put it if you want to match, because this color, like, I'm as white as it goes, but this color is not going to be the same shade on your face because your face gets more sunlight, so your face is always a bit darker. So if you want to find the perfect shade, put it right here
on your neck, like,
and see if it blends up into your cheek or on your jawline. That's a good place.
Good tip. I didn't know that.
Yeah, now you know.
Do you want to talk about like your what do you like more about you, so my viewers can get to know you, and or like your
like what?
Like, I don't know. You're so interesting. You have so much to tell. You know.
Thanks. She keeps saying I'm interesting, but
she is.
I don't feel like I am.
You are. Like your photography.
Sure.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, basically, I'm just a very creative person. I'm really not athletic at all. So I figured that out in high school and decided to just start doing creative things. So I started singing. I got into photography. I realized I'm really good at music, and
Yeah.
creative things. I mean, I don't mean to brag.
You're not.
I'm better at music than I am at sports, that's for sure.
You do really high kick.
Yeah. Yeah, so in high school I was a dancer, singer, got into photography and like coding online. So now I have like a website and I really like online jobs and video editing, stuff like that.
Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed already to Alyssa's channel, go do that right now. We have some vlogs together.
Yes, we're gonna have more.
Yep, definitely.
For blush,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I'm not doing like your dramatic American makeup with like the baking and like heavy contour. I'm doing natural, more natural than that.
Yeah, I need to ease into this.
Yeah, so smile. When you put blush on, you can smile and put it on the apples of your cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Lightly and blend it in with your bronzer and it'll look natural.
Do you ever use blush?
I don't wear blush because I'm a very rosy girl.
I was about to say, like, I don't think I've seen you put on blush in the morning.
I don't because I'm pink anyway.
I cannot see the pink, so
That's good.
don't worry.
Okay, we're gonna do the eyes. So I'm using my favorite eyeshadows. I haven't tried everything, obviously, and I'm not like super rich to try everything. But my favorites that I've ever tried are the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Everyone says that to Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anastasia, all right. They're just super pigmented. You don't need a lot, and the color shows up well on like every skin tone I've ever applied makeup on. So yeah, I'm using the Norvina palette and the Mario palette. So also I'm going to be using this Chanel pot of like champagne-y glitter because we're doing that champagne look and it'll be really pretty on her. How do people do their makeup in Sweden?
I feel like when I was in school, most people would just do the same as I did, like just foundation and then mascara, like nothing else. I think nowadays, like, Swedish girls have a lot of like influenced by like American makeup. Basically, like American makeup artists are like all over YouTube. So I think, you know, the whole thing with like baking has, you know, reached Sweden too. But I think we do more subtle, like more just not too dramatic on like glitter or dark eyes. I think it's more just a very like light brown or like toned down colors. I don't feel I ever go on the streets of Stockholm and see people with like dramatic makeup like you have right now, Alyssa. I think it's more just a very earthy tone of eyeshadow and just some mascara. And they're done, kind of.
Well, I did my makeup like this for the video, so
yeah. No, I mean, like, you don't wear like that type of makeup every single day, but
I do wear, I mean, I love big lashes, so I do wear lashes almost every day. And that might be extreme for most people, but
yeah, I don't think lots of Swedes would have like eyelashes every single day. I think they just have mascara. Did you do some sort of like training? I guess you did.
no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like a self-taught makeup artist. I had to do makeup on my boss. My boss in the store to like pass the test if I could do it. But I had training for skincare, and then I don't know, I think YouTube is such a great tool because I've just been watching people on YouTube do their makeup and I've learned a lot from them. But I've always loved makeup. Like, I was one of those kids that wore makeup when they were in like 3rd grade, and I would get in trouble for wearing makeup at school.
Do you remember like the first makeup you got?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would play with my mom's makeup. I remember my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Deloney, gave me detention because I came to school with blue eyeshadow and pink lip gloss. I remember that. And she made me go to the bathroom and wipe it off. But as soon as she like walked away, I just put more on. I love makeup.
Rebel.
Honestly, it's very subtle on you. I think because your eyebrows are so bold.
Okay, what should I do?
Look down. So usually when I do mascara on a client, I have my business card and I'll put it between their eyelid and lashes. And then I can be as aggressive as I want with the lash brush. It's a neat trick. Yeah, because to me this is like you're hardly even wearing anything.
Really? I thought this would be like a lot.
You gotta trust me. That's the thing. People would come in with their pictures of the makeup they wanted, and then once you do it, they don't like it. And it's like, I told you you wouldn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like I had a bride come in. Oh, I've done a lot of bridal makeup too. Those are the best. And they show you this like super dramatic eye, and then you're like, are you sure that's kind of heavy? That's a really thick cat eye, or that involves lashes, are you sure? And then they're like, yeah, do it. And then I say, okay, I don't think you'll be very happy with it, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, they're like, I hate it, start over, it's horrible. And it's like, I told you.
Really?
I told you wouldn't like it. Yeah, look at me. Ingrid has beautiful eyelashes, oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna have to do a close-up.
I feel like my lower lashes are almost as long as my
They're
upper lashes.
so long. They're like goals. These are lash goals. Wow.
Thank you. My lashes are very like straight, so I always curl them. That's the only thing I do nowadays. Just curl my eyelashes with a eyelash curler.
If you want a trick for that,
Please.
I blow dry my curler.
Oh, does it hold better?
And then when it's like slightly warm, it's dangerous. Like make sure you don't burn your eyeball.
Yeah.
But when it's slightly warm, it has the same effect as like curling your hair. So it'll make the hairs like stay that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because as soon as I go out, like if it's like raining, it's like, wow.
Yeah, mine too. That's why I wear lashes most days. Fluffy brows.
Yeah, I've left my eyebrows grow like underneath. Does it make it harder for you to like?
I really like bold, fluffy brows. My preference would be to clean up the underneath if it were on my face, but I think on you, you rock it. It looks great.
Because the thing is that I've always, just plucked them under, like in between my eyelashes and eyebrows, and also like under. So like this is just like for this trip.
Yeah, I mean, I would just clean up right here. But I think they look good on you. Okay, Ingrid decided she wanted eyelashes, so I got them out of the tray and we're gonna put them on.
Are you supposed to let it like dry up so it gets like tacky?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I put the glue on and then I set them down somewhere to like chill.
To chill.
And I'll do something else while I'm waiting. Because it's awkward, like with a client, if you're just standing there holding the eyelashes, like staring at them.
Okay.
I made a mess, Mom. So highlight. These are from Dior. They're beautiful on most people. And you just put them on the high points of the face. If you don't know what that means, basically your cheekbones, part of your forehead, the tip of your nose, you could do the bridge of your nose, your cupid's bow, your chin, and up here. Yep. And then I like to go over that with my powder brush just to like blend it all in. I don't like the really like, wow, she's wearing highlighter look. I like the natural glow. Go like that. Oh, we wanted to tell you guys about our recent stay at an Airbnb.
Oh yeah.
Because we found out good news today, so let's back up. Do you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, sure. I cannot do it.
I know. So I'll start. We found a place for 10 days here in Rome, and it was cheap. She was a super host. We figured, yeah, why not? Let's just book it. And when I was messaging her, I work from home online teaching, so I needed to know her internet speed. And she wasn't answering me. And she was like, other people want this place, you need to book it now if you want it. So I felt pressured and we just booked it. Okay, you go.
So, when I arrived there earlier than Alyssa, and the host just like showed me around very quickly, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, fine, everything is good, fine. And I started to cook. And then I realized, you know, that we can have more than just 2 things on the same time, because like the power went out. It was really dirty, like everywhere in the apartment. It was literally like menstrual blood in the toilet. And it was like cat hair, because both of us are allergic to cats.
Like really allergic.
I'm not like super allergic, but a little. And both of us were like sniffling and like having like allergic reactions. So like it must be the cat, because I'm not really allergic to anything else. So it has to be that. And what else? It was like all the dishes were dirty, and like so many things that was like not okay. We were like, okay, we're just gonna live here for 10 days and just go with it.
And like both of us had never really used Airbnb before, so we didn't know if we were supposed to say something in the beginning or like just leave it in the review. Like we didn't really know what to do, so we just ignored it.
Yeah. And then like the day before we gonna check out, Alyssa went to the bathroom. So like remember that this bathroom door, like the handle to the bathroom door is like so loose, so we haven't been really able to close the door. So just have to say like, okay, I'm in the bathroom, so don't come in here. And then would just like when you open the door to the bathroom,
Look down.
the handle. Should I close my eyes or have it
Can you lean into me? Okay. Sorry.
Open or
just look down.
Okay. Yeah. And the handle fell off down to the floor, and on its way down it hit one of the tiles, because it was like some sort of like stair, like how would you say, like it's, I don't know, it just broke it off. We can
Be careful.
Oh, sorry.
Pause story time for one moment. We're doing surgery. The camera keeps overheating, so I don't know what we said last. Oh, we were in the middle of the story.
Yeah.
I put the lashes on, and now
I don't want to look at myself, so
to make them more natural. That's the wrong word. To blend them with your lashes, just add a coat of mascara. Look, yeah.
So yeah, I was talking about the fact that the handle was falling down and it broke the tile, so it like broke one piece off. I can insert a photo so you guys can see.
Or a video.
Oh yeah, the video where Alyssa is like
telling my mom.
Mad AF. It was funny though.
Hey mom, the apartment that we're staying in is a piece of shit, and I want you to look at this handle. See how easily that fell off? Oh yeah. So I was in there using the restroom, and I took the other side of the door to close the door, and this fell off. And it landed on this fucking tile, and it broke that tile. And now the host of the Airbnb is gonna charge us 300 euros to repair that. Now tell me what you think, how much that would cost. Well, so okay, we wanted to do the right thing and tell our host instead of just like glue it back ourselves.
Yeah.
So I messaged her, and then she was like just so unreasonable, coming at me with like, you owe me 300 euro. What? And like the other side of the stair had a broken tile with a crack in it, like she just glued it back. So it's happened before. Anyway, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how I handle things is I write very detailed letters.
It was a really good one though.
So Airbnb got involved with the request for money, and I just told them like, this apartment is horrible, I don't trust her, she's like the worst host, it's not as expected. Anyway, and then I thought we were gonna have to go back and forth and like have this long drawn out battle about money over this stupid tile. And like she was like, no, I feel like it'll be fine, and I was like,
I was like laughing the whole time. I was like, it's gonna be fine, don't worry.
I was very mad. Just I don't have extra money to spend on shit like that. So anyways, today I opened my email, and we got an email from Airbnb saying basically that we won. I was gonna read it to you, but my phone's over there. they were like, you don't have to worry about communicating with your host anymore or giving her any money for this case. I hope you have more enjoyable experiences in the future with Airbnb. So we won!
So, yes.
Yeah, and both of our parents were like, you should have just glued it. You shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, like, what?
We did the right thing and we were rewarded.
How did we turn out to be very honest people and our parents being like, glue back together?
So funny. Okay, I'm done with her makeup, so I'm gonna go do her hair off camera and we will come back for the reveal.
Yay!
Okay, open.
Can I open? Oh wow. I am literally another human. It is so different. I actually do like the hair. But and the lashes is very like Jesus Christ.
What do you think?
The thing is, I look very different. That's the thing. I don't really recognize myself, to be honest. But you're right. The lashes is like throwing me off a little.
But from far away, like look in the mirror.
Yeah, it's better from far away than up close.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alyssa, for making me look like an American. Mm-hmm. Would people actually go out with this much makeup on?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I don't think Swedes would. Should we have like a close up, like have everything? Maybe we can do like a
I'll film it.
Sweep.
We're also gonna do a bit of a photo shoot, so maybe I'll do a couple BTS scenes for you.
Yeah. Behind the scenes for the photo shoot. Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa. It's actually quite fun to see. Yeah. Actually, my sisters want to see themselves as well. How they like, so
we'll do another
episode. Yeah, and maybe more like dark eyeshadow for me or something.
And maybe they'll do my makeup. I don't know.
You would look like a clown if I would make you do makeup, but sure. That would be funny though.
Yeah. Oh, you look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Alyssa.
You're welcome. Okay. Yay. Photo shoot time.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to go subscribe to Alyssa's channel. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Hej då!